Hey everyone, it's Emily, and today we're working on an apartment for a family that I've been playing over on stream on Twitch, and this is for the Family Dynamics Challenge, which my pal Mariah Standing Simmer helped write the rules for, and it's a fun challenge. I like it a lot. It's a 10 generation legacy challenge, and we are finally like fully into Gen 2. We just finished the first generation last night on stream, but part of the second generation is that your sim has to live in their parents' basement until their parents die, essentially. So I'm still waiting on her mom to die, but this is the apartment that she's going to move into once her mom dies, because she needs her own place. It's been a while. She's almost an adult and she hasn't moved out of her parents' house, and she's been living in the basement, living her best life, kind of. She's actually doing really well, and she's like low-key a celebrity, so yeah, that's interesting. And yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but apparently with some of the new stuff, like I knew that you could gain celebrity like status and fame and stuff through skills and other things, but I didn't realize like how integrated into the game it really is. Like it makes sense that if someone develops an app and it's super successful, or like makes a video game that does really well, that that person would have some type of fame. Well, she does now because she's a tech guru, and for her aspiration she had to make an app or a video game, and she's made 2 apps and a video game so far. The names are very funny. I had the chat name them and they crack me up. I'll tell you guys those in a second. But yeah, it's been a good time, but she's like a B-list. Is she a B-list? No, she's not. She's like not a notable newcomer, but like the next one. Is that like a rising star? I don't know what it is, but she's like the second. She has 2 celebrity stars, okay? That's where she is. And she also is not engaged. She has a girlfriend. She had a girlfriend before, but I found out that you had to meet your spouse at GeekCon for the generation. There's some quirky rules that I really like, because for any of you guys who have been around for a while, I finished Not So Berry, and that was super fun because I love finishing aspirations and careers and stuff, and that challenge really pushed me to like go for some of the ones that I hadn't done yet and probably wouldn't have done otherwise. So that's been great. And Family Dynamics Challenge is similar in the sense that there's a lot of like completing aspirations and careers and then other random goals for each generation based on the Sim's personality. And I also use a lot more traits than I normally would. Like if I'm gonna make a Sim for myself, like now I'm getting better about it. Like I try to give them one negative trait, but usually I won't, or I never did before I started playing challenges like this. But I don't know, it just makes them like a more realistic character, if that makes sense. So I have a lot of fun with legacy challenges, and I never completed one until Not So Berry. That's the first one that I ever got to 10 generations with. Like usually, I think the farthest that I'd ever played a Sims household before that was to like the 4th generation, as in like the 3rd generation had a baby or a toddler, but that was about it. Like we didn't get much farther than that, but I don't know, it's been fun, and it feels good to like know that I can play with a family for 10 generations. I don't know, something about that's like really satisfying to me. Anyway, the first app that my sim developed is called Simder, which is like Tinder, but in the Sims. No, I don't think that that's something that's actually in the game, because I know that past versions of the game had like dating app things, but I don't think that's what they were called. I don't think Tinder was a thing when those past versions of the game existed. Anyway, that was the first app that she made. Then she has a cat named Pudge, so that's why there's tons of cat stuff. She loves her cat named Pudge, and it's just a good time. Pudge is very cute. I am hoping that Pudge doesn't become an elder soon, because we adopted Pudge when he was an adult, so I have no idea what his aging is like. Because, you know, I don't know how old he was when we got him, and he wasn't a kitten, so I don't know how much time we have, but I hope it's a while. So our second app is called Pudge Pong, which is like Pong, but you know, Pudge edition somehow. I don't know how that works, but it does. And then we've got her video game, which is The Sims 10 Pudge expansion pack. So she made an expansion pack for The Sims 10 that's like the Pudge themed one. So that was good. And The Sims 10, like the 10 is with an X, like the whole iPhone 10 thing. Yeah, it's fancy. We're getting fancy in the future. So that's what we've been doing over there. It's been a lot of fun. I don't know, I had really good streams this week. So next week, if you're wondering when I'll be streaming, I'm not totally sure. I think Wednesday and Thursday. It's all I can commit to right now until the semester's over, but once I'm out of school, I'll probably add another day to this schedule, but I'm not sure when. So right now, as of when you're watching this, the next time I'll probably be streaming is Wednesday, and honestly, I'll probably post another YouTube video before then, so like, you know, keep it in the back of your mind, but I'm gonna remind you again anyway, whatever. Oh gosh, anyway, here's where I had an existential crisis with the wallpapers and was about to have a meltdown because I still am not fully happy with them, but since I am building this apartment to play with and I play with the walls half down most of the time, I don't think that it'll bother me too much. And then here's where I changed the whole living room because I liked the purple. Purple and pink are like kind of her colors because she's like a gamer gal, but she's also more into programming now. But this is kind of her family apartment, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah, I wanted something more like neutral and slightly more mature for the living room, but then there's still lots of like color in other parts. Like the kitchen is very much like a family apartment kitchen, I think. I don't know if I just think that because I use the Parenthood tiles and that just screams like family kitchen to me. But yeah, and then we have two bedrooms. I can't talk. We have 2 bedrooms in this apartment and 2 bathrooms, or like 1.5 bathrooms, because we have like the half bathroom that's in the main living area. She doesn't ever really have people over because she's lazy, but I'm imagining if they do have people over, it would just be easier to have that other bathroom. I don't know. It's when you have like when you have 3 Sims, it's just easier to have more bathrooms. Anyway. This bathroom is gonna need some tweaking at some point because my sim is going to get married to her girlfriend at some point, and at some point I'm guessing they're going to adopt a child. So this toddler room is for the child that they're going to adopt in the future. We'll probably be doing a lot of this next stream. I don't know when the mom's gonna die, but I think I want them to get married next stream. That's the plan. That's the tentative plan. I don't know, they might adopt a child too, but I kind of like, maybe they can live in, because the mom, it's just the mom and my sim right now, which Marley is my founder, and then Kaylee is the 2nd gen heir. So it's just Marley and Kaylee hanging out in their house because the dad died already. He died at the very, like within the first 10-15 seconds of my stream. I don't even know if it was that short, but like, or if it was that long. I think it might have been shorter than that because I feel like I clicked play in the game and then he just dropped dead. So that was kind of sad. But Rip Barrett, he's gone now. I don't know. I forgot how much I loved these Sims, and then now they're all dying on me, but it's okay because we still have Kaylee, and she's almost an adult, which like really freaks me out. I thought I had a lot more time with her. It feels like she's been a teen because usually when they're young adults, I either move them out into their own house, or usually when their parents become elders, I'll move them into their house, and then I have like a grandparent's room, if that makes sense. So my next generation is now living in their own house, but it's like they let their parents live with them. That's usually what I tend to do. So it was kind of weird that she was just living in the basement of her parents' house for so long. Oh, I don't know why, but I tried to do this thing with those fancy carpets, and then I was like, this is a family apartment, it's not that fancy, like parts of it are fancy, and their bedroom, like the master bedroom, is honestly pretty fancy. I ended up using that bed instead of the Get Famous one because I thought the Get Famous one was a little bit overkill, but we do have like a fancy closet thing with the new closet things that came with Get Famous. I don't know how to describe this stuff, but yeah, we'll see that in a second. I realized I didn't put curtains anywhere in the house except the toddler room, so that was kind of a problem. Went back and did that. I tend to do that a lot in big apartments, or apartments with big windows, usually. I just forget to put curtains in the living area. Most of the time I'll remember in bedrooms because I'm always thinking like you would realistically want curtains in your bedroom, but in the living area I always forget to put curtains in these apartments with the giant windows, but I didn't this time. I remembered. So that's good. Also, I feel like this apartment has a little bit less of a cohesive style, if that makes sense. Usually I try to have my apartments like all have a similar color scheme throughout, or maybe like rooms will have different color schemes, but it's a very similar style. But because this was for a family that I'm playing with and I had very specific like things in mind that I wanted in their house, like because my sim is in the tech guru career and she's like doing really well and has a lot of money, I wanted her to have all kinds of stuff, and then she has like an office which almost ended up being like a closet type of thing, but then I decided that was way too small for an office, so we changed some walls around right about now. And yeah, I don't know, there were some things that just came off a little bit weird to me just because I usually would have done them so differently, if that makes sense. Like if I were just doing a regular apartment build. I feel like I'm just talking in circles. Anyway, this is her little office area, and it's just pretty much a room with a computer and then a thing for her cat, because we have to have a cat thing in like pretty much every room in this house. I'm thinking that their kid that they adopt is going to be more of like a dog lover and will probably want a dog at some point. So that's why I put a little like dog stuffed animal thing instead of like the Blarfy teddy bear, whatever. I don't know. See, I'm doing this thing that I always do but haven't done in a while, where I'm talking about things that don't happen. I haven't talked about the build in like quite a few videos. I've just rambled about nonsense, so I feel like it's actually weird that I'm talking about the build, but it seemed relevant because, you know, it's for my Sims. Anyway, I guess the build's over now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye!